a visit to Bokrum A-Line yesterday. That is where the house where the suspect lives with his mother and a sibling. They live in this house, three of them alone, and this is a walled residence. The wall is very high, and they have barbed wire on top of it, and so it is difficult to, in fact, see what is going on inside the building. And that's what residents in the area tell me, that they hear cries and other things, but they do not know what really is going on inside that building. But they know this gentleman to be a calm person, but the occasional episodes of violence, as in anger and fights with even his mother, is common in the area. So the people there know him, that when he gets angry, sometimes he engages in, arguments and, some of these insults and other things, even fights with the mother inside the house. So that's how they know him. But unfortunately, when I went there, the mother was not around. The sibling was also not around. The gate was locked. I was told the mother has been shuttling between the hospital and the police station, and so she hardly stays at home. And so I couldn't meet her to talk to her, but I left my contact behind, that I wanted to speak to her. I wanted to hear her side of the story. Hopefully, today, maybe she will get back to me and I'll be able to have that chat with her. But generally, people know that occasionally he has confrontations, even with the mother in the house.
That's quite a revelation there. It appears there's a pattern of behavior that is being revealed by those you've spoken to. Erastus, let's touch on that story that emerged about 4 years ago, almost 5 years ago, when we were so moved by the plight of a little boy whose guardians had burnt off most of his fingers with an iron, all in the name of discipline. And you remember we all pitched camp in Kumasi, and you led us, all around the city to learn about this case. We went and spoke to the suspects while they were in custody. We met the little boy, the poor boy, who somehow was managing to smile in the midst of all that was happening. But 4 years down the line, this boy still has no fingers and no justice. What's that about?
Exactly. And Kojo, I intend to get back to his story. I've been visiting him, actually, and I've been speaking with the mom as well. He was adopted by the female lawyers in the Ashanti region, led by one of the female lawyers who has been so good to this boy, and she doesn't want me to mention her name. That's the sad part of it. Anytime I try to seek an interview with her, she says, no, I'm doing this for God. I don't want you to mention my name anywhere. And so I can't mention her name. But she has been providing care, super care for this boy. Now, if you see Junior is all grown up without the fingers. But then Junior is one intelligent, smart boy. Wait till you see him. And I will go to the house again to film and do the story, and we will get to hear them afterwards. But 4 years down the lane, Kojo, after all your visits, after all the help you gave and the team in Accra, we've not gotten anywhere near justice for this boy. The two culprits have been granted bail. They stayed in prison for quite a long time because they were not getting the bail requirements. And so it was recently that I heard that they were able to provide the bail requirements, and they've been granted bail. The case has stalled for a long time. I gave my testimony just about a year ago, a year and a half ago, and since then the cross-examination was also done, and since then it's been back and forth. We have not reached a verdict yet. Remember, when the case started, there was one judge who went through the whole process. We were almost done, and then she traveled. Another judge came in. The lawyer for the accused persons decided that he wants us to go through the whole thing again. And so we started all over again. And then there's been this back and forth. The case is still where it is. And that's what happens to many of such cases. Unless the accused person involved decides to be generous enough and remorseful and decides to plead guilty and accept his punishment, that is what we go through all the time. And so that is where we are with that particular case. There was another case similar to this one we are talking about, if you remember, that 6-year-old girl whose back bore a map of torture. Her leg was put on a stake. The father stepped on it intentionally to break it. He put her hands on hot coal to burn the knuckles because he stole meat from soup.
Yeah, I remember.
And that person pleaded guilty in court. In fact, he was not remorseful at all. He said that, yes, I disciplined her. I did all that to her because she is my child, and I have to discipline her. I have to exorcise the spirit out of her. And he says he began to see 2 eyes on the chest of the lady, the girl, and that is why he did that. So I was surprised when he was handed a 2-year jail term, and I'm learning that he's out already, but the child is still at the Kumasi Children's Home because the mother cannot take care of her. So there should be support systems for children, Kojo. The agencies that are supposed to take care of women and children in this country need to be resourced adequately and upgraded to be able to protect children in this country.
And it doesn't. This is the thing I'm starting to realize, that the way in which the state prioritizes or sadly deprioritizes such institutions, it is not a reflection of how the people of Ghana are. It's not. Because we've just seen, haven't we, people rising up to support these poor children in their time of need. Clearly, that is what we're like. That is what we want to do. We want to support the vulnerable. But somehow, for some reason, our state apparatus is lagging behind in that effort. Erastus, once again, amazing work from you. But let's look at today. What can we expect? How are things going to unfold procedurally in court?
Well, so the DOSU is expecting that, and they are going to request for the suspect to be remanded in police custody for them to continue and finish investigations for prosecution to start. They are also waiting for the victim to recover because per the procedures, the victim will have to be in court, and so that is what they are going to request from the court today. As to whether it will be granted for the suspect to be placed in their custody, we are yet to see that this morning. So that's the expectation today.
Erastus, I know you'll keep an eye on this for us because for on this one, we will not relent. We must see it all the way through. We can't wait 4 years. 4 years, for justice, especially not in a case where the father actually admits carrying out these acts, even if he thinks he was justified. Erastus Asare-Donkor, thank you so much for this, and we'll stay in touch on this, okay?
All right.
All right. And look, so much has been done by you, and we are so grateful. Daniel Amasakote is the MD for Megdan Limited. He has just delivered to us here at Joy packs of diapers that he promised yesterday. He's delivered them this morning. Enimwa took receipt of them. Thank you so much. God bless you. Daniel Amasakote. Mukasa Women's Trust Fund promised yesterday that they're going to take up all the financial and legal needs of this 3-year-old boy, and that's an amazing pledge to come from Mukasa Women's Trust Fund. God bless you for this. Thank you so much, and we will certainly be looking forward to you stepping up and making this happen for this 3-year-old boy. You are wonderful Ghanaians. Thank you for that. Kofi Boache is one of our callers from yesterday. Now, Kofi Boache is an APSU, And he promised that he would make a financial donation as well. He was so moved by what he heard, and he decided that he and his family wanted to step in, intervene, and help financially. God bless you, Kofi, for that. Thank you so much for making that gesture. Now, in a moment, we'd love to hear from you. The numbers, as you know, 0302-216-541 and 0244-340437. Let's talk about it. We want to celebrate this side of Ghanaians, this amazing character that we have of stepping up to defend the defenseless. And while we're waiting for your calls, Inimwa and Winston, this has put a smile on my face. Honestly, it's a sad story which seems to have a rainbow at the end of it, isn't it?
Exactly, it is, Kojo, and I'm particularly excited about the fact that this is not the usual somebody losing their life and having lots of people coming in to make donations, but this young boy is alive and people have actually, risen up to the occasion and they're helping. I'm particularly excited about the social welfare department also. Now, they have a challenge. Many of the things that happen that they sometimes do not know. We also know about, the funding issues that they even have. And so all the things that they've done so far tells us that if they were really well resourced, they could have done more for this particular person. But also, Kojo, on another note, I'm a bit touched also by, the story of the little boy's father. The fact that he was working, he wasn't so well at work, and so he was asked to, take a week off. He felt it was a spiritual problem. That's why Ghanaians sometimes, even though you would have expected that he probably would have seen a psychologist or a psychiatrist just to find out what was really wrong with him. I am touched by his story, and I am beginning to ask myself, whether genuinely the young man could have certain problems that would have pushed him to do so. Because he's talked about how, he's regretted all his actions. And Erastus has confirmed what the mother said, when we played her sounds yesterday, that it is not, for some time she felt the man had changed, because there were instances that, he was very abusive, but then he had changed. Maybe we have to take a critical look at, this young man.
Absolutely. And, we have to expand our definition of the vulnerable. We have to expand it widely and understand that there are many people dealing with things that they just don't know how to handle, because our system does not allow for people with such problems to openly step up and get help. Anyway, I'll hear from you in a moment. But first, let's talk to Gifty in Teshi. Good morning, Gifty.
Good morning, Uncle Joe. And this morning, I'm very happy that people have supported this boy. Actually, I'm very happy. But yesterday, I was trying to call to share my experience. Actually, some of the Doksu and the Wajo and the other things, I have a child with someone in the security service. And he was not taking care of the child. Actually, he can give checks like 5 or 6. You go to the bank, all will bounce. And Kojo, I fought her to the extent I have to stop it and take care of the child, because all that they have to do it. If the guy is not compiled or is not doing what, the only thing is they have to do something so that by the time they pay the guy, they would deduct something for the little boy. They never did it for me. And when you go there, they will say, go and do these papers. Then the people at the office, you pay 100 cedis, you pay 200 cedis. I stop all going there and I take care of my child. That's all, because it was frustrating. It was frustrating. The things that you go and see there, they say pay this, no receipt, and they are not doing the thing for you. So the best thing is to stop and take care of your child, and the man should walk away free and take the money. Meanwhile, they have powers that they can deduct money from the guy's salary, but they never did it for me. So I stopped and take care of my child. So these are some of the frustrations that when you take your matters to the dogs and the wild things we go through.
Oh, it's so sad that you've had to go through this, and now you are the one taking care of your child. That is just not fair on you, and I certainly hope that we're able to find some resolution to this. This is something I'd love to ask a few questions about. So please, before you hang up, I hope she's not hung up. We would have loved to get your number. Please call us back after the phone in so that we can see whether we can follow up some of these things for you. It's just not fair, is it? Makoni is in Tema. Good morning, Makoni.
Good evening, Kojo.
Thank you for calling.
Kojo, yesterday evening I saw the boy on TV, Joy News TV. I feel so sad, especially when I hear the boys crying. I feel so sad. I am wondering why a father can treat his own child at this level, up to this level. I was so sad.
I know how you feel. That's how we all felt here. Thank you so much for sharing. Gloria is in Amasaman. Gloria, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for calling us, Gloria. What's on your mind?
Kojo, my heart goes out for this boy so much because I am a child development specialist and I understand these things. But one thing that bothers me so much is about the father, because everything proves that he has an underlying problem and that needs attention. So many times we have people in our communities around us who have troubles like this, and we are not able to identify it until they do things like this. And the unfortunate thing is that if the proper help is not offered to this child in question, he would grow up to do things like what the father is doing. They are in Kumasi, I'm in Accra. I would have loved to offer a lot of therapeutic help if the need could be for both the child and then the father. Oh. So I don't know how that can be, but maybe we can talk about it and we'll see what we can do. Because there is surely a problem with the guy. Mentally, he is not okay. Sometimes when we talk about it, it seems as if the person is mad, but no. It is just not madness, but a lot of things cause mental disturbances that can make somebody become so aggressive and do such things. So my heart really goes out for the child. And I know that if care is not taken, if this child is not given the best help ever, this will become a trauma. It can lead to so many things, and it will affect his future as well.
You are definitely the kind of Ghanaian worth celebrating. Please, if you can call us back after the phone in, let's see if there's anything that can be done, even though you're in Accra, any kind of support that can be given, whether over the phone or otherwise, to this family and others, other families that have suffered, trauma in this manner. Thank you so much. God bless you. Ernest is in Ashaman. Hi, Ernest. Good morning. Oh dear, did we lose Ernest? It sounds like we did. Call us though. We'd love to hear from you. 0302 216 541 0244 340 437. Is this Ernest? Hello. Actually, I have Sahini. Is that right?
Sahini.
Sahini. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Good morning, Sahini. Thank you for calling us.
Good morning, Kojo. Greetings to your listeners.
We greet you back. What's on your mind?
Kojo, yesterday I listened to you sharing this story. I didn't take it very, very seriously until I watched your news yesterday evening. I was amazed. Wow, this young boy, what did he do? Like, how come? Kojo, I don't really know what to say, but I really thank you for pushing this up and all those who have been helping. I really appreciate it. They really, really done well. And I don't think the guy should be just in prison. He needs a psychologist. You see, he needed someone to just talk to. Maybe he's passing through a lot of things. Thank you very much, Kojo.
Thank you, Sahini. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. Kofi is in Tema. Good morning, Kofi.
Yeah, Kojo, how are you?
I'm very well. Glad to hear from you this morning.
Yeah, glad to hear from you as well. Glad to hear you on the Super Morning Show. Very, very, very... the way you talk, the way you can rattle, that's so good. Congratulations.
Thank you, my brother.
Yeah, and your song too. Who did that?
Can you guess?
EL?
Absolutely. You got
you have to give me. You have to give me a prize.
No problem. We'll talk back door.
Yeah.
What's on your mind this morning? What are you thinking?
It is sad what's going on. But me, as I always say, come on. These things happen. They are rampant. When you go to DOPSU office, anybody at all, Ghanaians are so good to listen to the media and support. That's fantastic, and I applaud them for that. Even myself, I do. But then, what I want Ghanaians to do is not only for this child, they should just go to DOPSU. They should spend at least every week a day, go to DOPSU. You would see horrendous stories, even more horrendous than what we are hearing on the radio. So I think that maybe they can put up a fund to support such people. There are so many people in this dilemma, but they never get help unless a journalist broadcasts their story. Our society today, there's moral degeneration. People are not getting married. you are not married, you are having children. Gone were the days where families would go and investigate the background of the couple or whoever is getting married before they get married. But today it's not happening. So what do you expect? People are getting married people are cohabitating with monsters. And I think we should also speak about some of these things so that we encourage people to get married to the right people than for them to just think of having children. I love him, and that kind of thing. I don't think that is the way to go, but that's my opinion anyway. Thank you.
Thanks for sharing your opinion. And if you agree or disagree, you can call us and share yours. Ruby is in Danzuman. Good morning, Ruby.
Good morning, Kojo.
Thanks for calling.
Thank you very much. How are you doing?
I'm very well. It's a better day today, isn't it? A brighter day.
Of course, I can hear that. And today is my daughter's birthday. So,
oh, really? What's her name?
She's Ivana Jide.
Ivana.
Martin the Forest.
Wow. How old is she?
She's 9 today.
9 years old. Wow. She's already a madam.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Ivana. Oh, that's wonderful.
Thank you so
Give her
much.
a hug from us.
All right, I will. Please, concerning the little boy, and even though it happens like this, I believe with his age, with time, he will be fine. He'll be fine. I work with children in various schools as well. And considering this boy's age, I know the damage that has been caused, but if he's well handled, children learn with time, and then they get over things with time. So I believe that when he's given the right help, he will go over. All these things will be over very soon. So I'm just encouraging the family that they should just take it easy, and one after the other, it will be fine. But considering the father, listening to what that all that have been discussed, I think that the guy has a problem. So he needs help. He needs help.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. Time heals all wounds, they say. Okay, Kelly is in Winneba. Hi, Kelly. Good morning.
Good morning, Kojo. Uncle Kojo Northern.
Yusunadumo Nabra Kelly.
Well, continuing from where the lady left, I am talking from the perspective of a teacher. Better late than never. Let's look at, if this guy were to be a teacher, what would he have been doing to the kids? And then it looks more like everybody is pushing for employment, pushing people into the teaching side and so on and so forth. People can even talk to you and tell you that I would want to be a teacher because I would want to do to people what my teacher did to me. So looking at this, let's push more into the education field. There is a lot of these things going on there. Teachers are abusing, students are abusing students. Some of these behaviors are even seen with students whilst on campus. But how do you do it? People feel that when he does that, he needs a punishment, he's punished, and that is all. So I will fight if your outfit can take up these things, that looking at the psyche, the psychology of the human being. What is he? How does he react the way he does? And then the societies we stay in. Are we saying nobody saw this until today that we're talking about, and then we are giving out money? Probably if we have done this, reported this guy earlier, maybe we would have saved this money for something else. So let's push. Let's go into our societies that if we see parents, uncles, and so on and so forth, just exhibiting few of such behaviors, we are able to report to them, and then we cut it short there before it pushes into what our small boy is going to. But bravo to Joy FM.
And bravo to you for calling. Thank you so much. Issa is in Nima. Hello, Issa. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Kojo. How are you?
Yes, sir. I'm very well. Good to hear from you, sir.
Yeah, I'm feel sorry to the boy. Say hello to him and the father too. The father too needs help. As so many people are saying, please, once Joy FM is doing a good job, we want you to go to Minister of Gender for them to create something with some fund which we can help such as these boys. If you come to Nima, Medina, Ashama, in the evening, you see small girls, 12 years, 11 years, carrying pure water. They brought them from north, some from West region. They call them Abawa, carrying pure water. A weight with them is more than the person is there. Nobody say anything. You see them on the traffic, You see them in the market. You see them on the highways. Nobody, ministers are riding big cars. Journalists are going reporters. Nobody say anything. Because of this boy has opportunity. Somebody reported the case to you. That's why we are hearing this. Today, from this morning, it's 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock to evening 5 o'clock. If we send your reporters, you meet more than million of these cases. So what is happening to Ghanaian children? We don't think about 20 years to come or 30 years to come. Only ministers and rich people children are going to rule Ghana. A poor person child cannot have opportunity to become somebody in Ghana or what? Because always poor people they are suffering. If you like, go around and see. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for sharing. And yeah, indeed, we do need to take better care of our children. Mohammed is in Japan. Good morning, Mohammed.
Hello, good morning, Kojo.
Thanks for calling, sir.
Yeah. The two callers before it motivated me to call. You see, we, the Zongo boys, we were more treated as a children. Myself, when I was young, I was beaten up by somebody. Till I was sent to hospital in a Makaranta. Now I teach in Makaranta, but I don't kill people. I don't kill children. Anytime children do something, I remember what I went through. And I even fight with people. It is my trademark. And warn them, the next time you beat your child again, I will report you to the police. So human beings, we are not the same. Some will be maltreated, and he learned from that, as I told you. I've been maltreated seriously. I was sick for almost 1 month at the hospital by a Makaranta teacher. But now I teach Makaranta. I don't cane children. Even if they misbehave, I give them cane so that they cane each other. So human beings, we are not the same. And I love the way you are excited. I love children. I always play football with them. And people say, see you big boy playing with children. You understand? Because the Bible said, what has been hidden from the wise and the prudent, it's been revealed to the baby and the suckling. So we have to apply wisdom and learn from children. We should stop maltreating children. And I love the excitement in your voice. So let's all support and help the vulnerable ones. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mohammed. Thank you. And God bless you for breaking the cycle of abuse. God bless you for that. Ernest is in Ashaiman. Hello, Ernest. Good morning.
Morning, Kwejo.
It's good to hear from you, my brother. What are you thinking?
Thank you. Kwejo, this issue we are discussing is bigger than we are thinking. And I am thinking that we should have some sort of system to let people who are not ready to have children to stay away. Because what is going on now is that a young man from 25, 26 thinks he needs a girlfriend, gets a girlfriend, they are dating before they see they have a child, which they are not ready for mentally, psychologically, and even physically. And we are having more of these things in this country. Government must now take up this issue and let a policy be that if you are not ready to have a child, you shouldn't have it. If not so, my brother, what? Because if a father who needs a child have one child, he can never do that to his child. That tells you that the young man and the woman are not ready at the time they are having the child. And we cannot continue like this as a country. Just when it happens, we come to Joy997FM, speak about it, and that is all. There must be a policy. There must be a system to stop that so that those who are not ready to have children should stay away. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing, Ernest. Let's go to Tema. Here's Oti Boateng. Oti Boateng, good morning.
Good morning, Kojo.
So,
Kojo,
yes,
it's really sad. It's really sad. I don't know how we cherish children. Kojo, I've married for years. There is no kid. Me and my wife, we are searching for a child, going to doctors and picking some drugs. And God has blessed you with a child. If his mother have done you anything wrong, it should not extend to the child. It's really sad. When I watch it, Kojo, I cry because it's really sad. What is sad? Because the child are blessing to us. We should cherish them because they are kids. Why do we treat your child like this? If it's a small kiddo, how about this if the person is old? How do you treat that person? You see, I think the guy needs a lot of psychology. They must check in thorough because the guy have a problem. I don't know. If you have a problem with your wife or your lady, you should not send to a child. A lot of guys do that. A parent, a lot of them, they don't know the children are blessing. That is why they are treating them like that. Some of couples have married for years to taking money, drugs, anything for looking for a child, and you have it, and you treated them like this, Kojo. Must God forgive them, Kojo. God bless Ghana. Thank you.
God bless you too, Oti. Let's go to Wenchi. It's Poncho again. Poncho, good morning. Oh dear, I think we may have lost Poncho there. Is Equia on the line? Hello, Equia.
Hello, Kojo.
Hi. Good morning to you, Equia. How are you?
I'm fine.
Talk to me. Well, what are you thinking?
My husband was the one who called yesterday and he was crying.
Oh.
I'm very happy you have found a solution to the problem.
We thank God. We thank God. I'm sure your husband is smiling today.
Yeah, he's smiling. He's beside me.
Oh, that's wonderful. So Ekia, tell me, how did you also feel about this story?
I felt very bad. And when I came yesterday, my husband told me, I watched the news and I saw it. But I'm happy you have found a solution to the problem. And the guy, you have to take him to the hospital and see whether he's okay.
Well, good suggestions there. Thank you so much, Ekia. And thank your husband for us. What's his name?
It's Kojo Blay.
Kojo Blay. Yeah. Thank him as well for his sentiment and thought. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Okay.
All right then. So already some of you are sending through donations, goodwill amounts. Somebody has sent 100 Ghana cedis. Victor Owusuchim has sent 100 Ghana cedis to support the mother and child. Thank you so much, Victor. God bless you. God bless you. God's way is in Afienya. God's way. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning, big man.
Chief, good morning to you. Thanks for calling.
Yes, I wanted to contribute to the program.
Sure. Please go ahead.
Yes, thank you. What this child has gone through, some people have gone through a lot of things more than this. Me, as I'm here speaking to you, I don't go to anybody as I grow because people neglected me for the time I was born. I was schooling to become something. Can you imagine if I reach Form 5 to write my O level? The head teacher told me 150 pesos was gone at the day. I roam. I've been going to church. I roam different places. I couldn't even get 150 pesos to write my O level. Where I live, people know me. The people I thought I've been teaching them, they are doctors now. So it made me, as at now, I don't get to people again. I don't go closer to anybody. I live alone. People even think I am rather bad. But how the drama I've gone through, it made me such that I don't have any friends. I always alone in the room. If you see me, I go out, I come. So that particular man too must have been going through something. So it needs a critical psychology, somebody to psyche the man and know exactly what the man is going through. Not to put jail a person cannot solve the problem. He might have been going through something, so he needs to attend to.
You raised an important point. Thank you so much. And I'm glad you see the benefit of, getting help. I'm glad, and you seem to be coping, but I would also recommend never be shy of getting help. It can only make you better, okay? Thank you so much for calling. Kweku is in Dansoman. Hi, Kweku. Good morning.
Good morning, Kojo.
This matter.
Kojo, this matter is really serious. But first of all, I would ask that the guy will not be imprisoned, but rather be punished in a way that can help him reform. Even in the courthouses, they can give him like 6 months, report there every day, and clean their washrooms and stuff every blessed day, for him to at least reform. Now, Kojo, the other thing is that Ghanaians are reactive than proactive. I was surprised that the mother of this baby said someone called her and told her that if she doesn't come for her baby, then she will come for her baby's corpse. You hear a 3-year-old baby in your neighborhood crying and shouting, and you can sleep till the next day. This is serious. Crying a 3-year-old baby, you know there's a 3-year-old baby in the house. You couldn't even call police. You couldn't even walk there to probably find out what is happening. But wait and sleep over this for the mother to come and, carry her baby away. This is really sad. The next thing is, Kojo, I don't know. I may be wrong, but I want to ask. These are things that require law. We should tighten the laws that protect females, our women. When they are protected, the children will automatically be protected. So our women in the Parliament House and all that, I beg, are they making so much noise about tightening laws that will protect women? I don't hear that. I don't see that. They don't make so much noise. They are there. They don't make that noise. When the women are protected, the children will be protected. People cohabit and all that. The law should make it difficult for you to just take any woman into your house and maltreat her. The law should make it difficult for you to give birth, come up with a baby with a woman and be irresponsible and not take care of the woman and the baby. The law should be serious and hard on that. But our women in Parliament, they are also concerned with infrastructure and all that, and they don't make noise about these things that will protect their own fellow women. It's sad.
It's an interesting point you make. I would also expect the men in Parliament to be concerned about this, just as concerned as you are. Thank you so much. Kweku in Dansuman, wonderful submissions from you. We appreciate that very much. A lot to think about there as well. Okay, do we have time for a call or two more? Perhaps we'll come back to it if we can later. But any more fascinating stuff, right?
Yes, and one of our callers makes a point about incarceration and rehabilitation. The question that I ask is, when somebody, and obviously this gentleman has to be diagnosed by a healthcare professional.
Yeah.
But as another of our callers has said, and as indications would point to, there does seem to be a problem. So we punish, are we going to reform? We'll punish, are we going to treat? Because mental health issues can be treated with the right medication and the right therapy.
Yeah.
So this person could actually be treated and be reformed to become a good standing member of society, and even maybe one day a good father. And so it's important that, as much as we're, fighting for justice, and I believe in justice, we must also fight for the long-term solution to this issue, and that would be that it also brings to light our mental health care system.
Absolutely.
Exactly. And the fact that this man may have gone through his whole life, I'm sure he's visited the doctor a few times for different things, but he may not have been diagnosed, or the symptoms may not have been picked up, that this is what's happening. And even when he was abusing, this woman who had the child, what were the things that were done? Are we looking out, for these mental health issues, or are we kind of in a hurry to point fingers and judge and then pass, some sort of judgment?
And let's be fair, justice includes everything you've talked about.
Yes.
So in a court, there can be a request for a psychological evaluation of a suspect. That request can be made by the suspect's lawyers. It's all part of the justice system. So we absolutely have to observe every aspect of justice on this, because that is what this poor boy deserves after what he has been through, and that is what every party in this matter deserves. Okay, I think at this point, I want to take a moment just to say thank you. Just to say thank you to all of you. Those of you who have called us, those of you who have made contributions, donations, those of you who have even prayed in your home. Just watch the story on the news, listen to it on the Super Morning Show, and close your eyes for 5 seconds and said a prayer for the victims of such horrible, horrible abuse. I want to thank you, because that positive energy will always drown out the negative. And every time you contribute to it, you make our society better. So I want to say, well done. Thank you, all of you. All of you. God bless you all. Every Ghanaian who has shown concern. Money.